Leadership Program. Ms. March Goldwire is a Palm Beach County native and is an advocate in pursuit of partnerships that support positioning of diverse persons and businesses within our Tri-County area. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage Ms. Ladi March Goldwire.
So somebody's gonna owe me a set of eyelashes when it's These are very hanging on. Good afternoon, faculty, staff, district representatives, board members, esteemed members of our government bodies. Most importantly, good afternoon and congratulations to all of the young ladies here today, because what you have accomplished is extraordinary. If I can be totally transparent with you guys, I like, or I think that it's important for me to share with you how incredibly nervous I am right now. As I prepared for this day, and all of the right words to say, I can't help but hone in on how nervous I am and why. Leading up to this moment, I dissected it, I did some self-reflection, and I was able to come up with this. It's because you girls are extremely important. You are of high value, and I realized that it's important to me what you guys think of me and what you think about what I'll say today. I thought about how much what you think matters, and I wanted to lead with that. I've had an opportunity in my career to speak before hundreds of people at a time, and I can't really recall ever being quite this nervous, never really concerned with the outcome. And it's again an emphasis on how important you are. I kept thinking about how my life would have shaped itself early on in my development as a young woman, if I had known and been clear about the people, specifically those that are in a position to make a difference. If I had known genuinely that they cared about my thoughts and that what I had to say mattered. I thought to myself that it was paramount that I share with you today, again, just how important you are. And that is the essence and the core of what sits at my butterflies. On today, for the next few minutes, I'd like to share with you some tidbits that I've learned in my journey. They are simplistic and they roll off the tongue relatively easy, however, implementation and working them into my day-to-day, you're being able to work them into your day-to-day, is different, and it proves to be quite the task. The first is to remember that you, again, are important, and that you indeed matter. There's really nothing to elaborate on here, because that statement does take care of itself. You are important, you matter, and it's not up for debate. It does not require speculation. Secondly, I'd like for you to remember to show up for yourself. When I was in high school, I got pregnant. I was 15. I knew that I wanted to remain in school. I knew that an education was important. I wanted and needed to prove to myself, my teachers, the child that I had not yet had, that I mattered, that things were important, that education was important, and that I could indeed work myself back on track. On many occasions, I was reminded of my perceived mistakes. I was asked to step away. I was asked to fall back. I was asked to refrain from mainstream school activities. And if I'm honest, I was expected to go away. I would not be telling you the truth if I did not see or feel somewhat judged, with the understanding that I was wearing my decisions outwardly for the world to see, and that my choices were a direct result of, or my outcome was a direct result of my choices. But something inside of me knew that I had to show up, and that I had to continue to show up. There will be times in your life, ladies, where you are going to be unsure, you are going to be overwhelmed, you are going to be afraid, and perhaps on some occasions you may not be fully equipped. Show up anyway. When you show up for yourself, remember to show up boldly. People with nerves of steel will tell you that you do not belong. They will attempt to steer you off course, and this is when you must show up, and show up boldly. I once had a mentor by the name of Carla Andrews, who told me that when people have the nerve, have the audacity. Women were told they could not vote, they could not have credit cards, they could not be doctors or lawyers or work in the construction trades. They were even told they shouldn't consider being president or vice president for that matter. However, women have shown when the masses have had the nerve to say where they should not be, that they will show up with audacity and demonstrate where they belong. Ladies, show up for yourselves and show up bold. Next, you need to understand that fear is real, fear is relevant, fear can be overwhelming. However, when it is stared in the face and used instead as fuel, it can accelerate and elevate you to levels of success you could not even imagine for yourself. The universe is always looking for opportunities to reward you with the things that you desire most. What you are searching for in the world is also searching for you. The perfect job, the perfect school, the perfect spouse, the perfect apartment, the perfect dress, the perfect best friend. All you have to do is keep your eyes open and remain cognizant and aware that you and what you are looking for is also looking for you. Finally, I would like to plead with you as you go through the rest or the next phase of your life that you take time to consider the following. Is this thing, whatever it may be, is it happening to me or is it happening for me? I can guarantee you that if you're able to view what has happened in your life and what is happening in your life as something that is happening for your life, it will not only change your perspective, but it will change your outcome. When I was pregnant with my son at 15, I asked myself, what does this look like and how does this end? I had no way of really knowing, but rather than sulk in the shame and the uncertainty of the situation at hand then, I was able to redirect my focus. I learned or leaned into how I could make that situation work for me. And fast forward, my son is almost 30 years old. He's here today, by the way. He grew up. Wherein things seem so weak, and just a slight shift in perspective allowed me to recalibrate, refocus, and imagine that that thing could be redirected to work for me. You ladies are here today in spite of the circumstances that may have happened to you. You are graduating, and there have been so many awesome things leading up to this moment that have happened for you. You all should be very proud of yourselves and you should be proud of each other. What you have accomplished is amazing. In addition to the chaos surrounding a pandemic, virtual school sessions, school changes, and all of the crazy things that have been going on in and around your lives, you guys have shown up. You've shown up boldly with the understanding that you indeed matter. You ladies are graduating high school. I'd like to redirect my attention to the faculty and the staff here for just a moment. Ladies, because I had the wonderful opportunity of touring your school. It warms my heart to have been asked to speak here today after looking at the campus and understanding and getting a better understanding of the values. I got to see up close, live and in person, the impact that the staff and faculty have had on the lives of all of these young women. Your willingness to show up and show up boldly for them has made all the difference. You have to be proud of what you've been able to accomplish under less than favorable circumstances this crazy past school year. And the fruit of your tireless labor is evident. Pace is everything that I needed as a young woman, and I did not have it. To see something catered to and uniquely designed around the needs of young women in a world that would otherwise have been traded on black markets and silenced in classrooms all over the world, this organization should be commended for your efforts to encourage self-advocacy. You've encouraged these women to grow, to be whole individuals, to embrace challenge while exploring what life balance looks like. You found a way to make it all work for the good of community, for the betterment of these girls, and this feat should not be reduced to mere normalcy. The work you are doing is monumental. To the graduating class, in closing, I want to tell you that life is indeed about choices, and sometimes we will choose wrong. But redemption is in self-reflection and the ability to self-correct. There will be times where you will fall and land on your face. Your hands may undoubtedly get dirty, but so long as you are able to keep your heart clean in all that you do, lead with good intention, always try to be kind where you can, and dismiss yourself from any situation where you cannot be. You are already ahead of one half of the people on this planet. Again, what you've done here is no easy feat. Leave today knowing that you can do whatever it is you set your heart and minds to. I wish you the absolute very best and look forward to hearing about the expansion of your journeys, the ones that you are currently on and the ones that lie ahead. I expect to see Instagram stories and TikToks and magazine covers that speak to how each of you ladies are working to change our world for the better. Congratulations, class of 2021. You are a class like no other, important, bold, and pace-making.